Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 2 of Friday Night League. It is the second game of the 2020 Summer LCS split, and here we have the rematch from the finals of Spring Split of this year, Cloud9 versus Flyquest, and it is going to be a crazy good game. I'm joined here by my friend, Tyler Faxy Friend. Tyler, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. Can't wait to see Cloud9 play. You know they're my favorite team.
Yeah, I do know. I'm excited to see all the commentary here. Let's go ahead, go over the bans here. Pretty standard stuff. I would say the only thing that's worth mentioning is that, Varus is super strong, and I like the Yumi ban,
Yeah,
right?
Cloud9 kicking off the champ select, like getting straight down to business, picking up that Olaf. Huge powerhouse pick in the jungle right now, especially for their Honda MVP out of Blabber from last split. Also drafting the Aphelios and the Nautilus. Good, strong bot lane for Cloud9. Expecting them to play around Sven this game. And on side of FlyQuest, I would say they're going more of a defensive route. I would put money that Karma is probably going to go mid to PoE. And giving Solo a set, something he can play weak side on very well.
Right. A lot of like flexes that could be going on the side of FlyQuest. That could be a set that goes to the jungle, and that could be a karma that goes to the mid lane. We don't really know, so they're really leaving things up in the air right now. Cloud9 goes, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and ban the Azir.
Plain
And
and safe.
FlyQuest replies with banning the Ornn and the Zoe as well. Don't want to deal with that. Niski on the Zoe is ridiculous to deal with. That man is just roaming all over the map. He was the highest rated fantasy player last year just because of all the roaming that he was doing. Um, yeah, and on the side of Cloud9, drafting a very strong comp, very standard stuff. A Nidalee ban coming on the side of Cloud9. Tyler, what do you know about that? I know nothing about that.
So right now, the jungle meta is like you can go one of two ways. You can go like super aggro early. That's where your Trundles and Olafs come in. But you can also farm the lane out, wait for a big mid game team fight. That's where Nidalee and Graves come in. Graves is obviously like the best known for like just farming it out and like being a powerhouse in the mid to late game. But a lot of people don't know Nidalee can do the same thing. She's also a very good pick, especially in a meta where people are starting to pick ADCs in the mid lane a little bit more. And she's great, both supportive and damage dealing. So all around good pick for most teams.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, if I think back to the days where Santorn was actually on TSM, he played a really mean Nidalee at the time here. Ooh,
A
some
Jace lock
yeah,
in.
Jace lock in going up to the top lane for Licorice. We see the LeBlanc there for Niski. He says, "Okay, I can't use a high damage burst champ such as Zoe, so I'll just pick a high damage burst champ in LeBlanc. Same thing, really, just different shapes." And
Now with
FlyQuest.
that Jace pick, oh
Oh,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
yeah, with that Jace pick, I was about to say FlyQuest with the Karma and Set, they could have put Karma or Set in the support role. Looks like with the Corki pick they're not, but I was gonna say that the Set might have gone down to the support role right there just for a better matchup in the top lane. But it looks like FlyQuest opted out of that, and they're taking another double scale mid ADC duo again.
Right. Two ADs as well. Saw the Corki last game on Jizuke just completely pop off. It was a complete monster, um, and it had the Aphelios with it, but this time it's going to have the Ezreal with it as well. So two poke champs there. And what Tyler? What are you thinking when you see these two comps?
Well, I see that FlyQuest is going a little bit of like a similar route to what EG did last game, where their top laners, their primary like tank, they have an Enchantress support with their two hyper carries in the mid and ADC role, and kind of a bridge jungler just to like help them navigate the early game a little bit better. Meanwhile, on Cloud9 side, like they took a heavily top favorite matchup in the Jace into the set. I'm expecting them to play around Licorice now, but with Cloud9, you never really know where they're going to play around because every laner on Cloud9 has the carry potential. But I do expect Niski to be roaming a lot, and I'm excited for an action-packed game.
Yeah, me too. And as you said, every single player on Cloud9 has the potential to carry, and especially in a game like this, where everyone's on a carry like champ. Like Blabber on the Olaf could pop off, Licorice on the Jace could pop off, right? Like Jace is such a powerful snowball champ, most famously used by maybe some would say the Shy or something like
Or
that.
Smeb.
Or Smeb or something. Yeah, like something like these Korean top laners. Like you can just completely take over a game with a Jace. And same for Felios and LeBlanc here. It looks like Cloud9 is seeing the door to Summer LCS, and they're saying, all right, we're about to kick this open. And they're going to kick it open with a bang.
Yeah, and it's a phase rush Jason the top lane, which is really interesting. I think it's like the same concept as phase rush Graves. If you get on him, he's going to be able to proc that quickly and run away from you, and if he gets on you, you're not going to get away.
Right, right. It works best for both situations as well. Power of Evil no slouch though, so I expect this to be a pretty even matchup here in the mid lane between these two powerhouses. What I really want to see is how Solo deals with Licorice. That's what I want to see, because I would guess it's a losing matchup. Set into Jace, right? Just
Yeah,
because of the range and the harassment that's going to be done. Not to mention, it's Licorice, who is number one top laner last year versus Solo, who just earned his spot this year.
yeah. And in the jungle, you can see that Blabber went for a full clear on the bot side, while Santorin went for a buff to buff. With Cloud9, you probably don't know like what they're gonna do. They're very unpredictable. So Santorin probably feeling safe, just going buff to buff, being ready for a fight at a moment's notice. And in the mid lane, they're trading. I'd also like to point out that Power Evil took teleport. Although teleport is really good, that does sacrifice the defensive summoner out of Power of Evil. So that means Niski does have more kill pressure on him, but Power of Evil will be able to match roams a little bit better with that.
That's true, and also maybe try to get an XP or a CS lead or something along the lines of that. And he believes in the power of the Corky W to fly away from any dangers that may approach him. Both Santorin and Blabber looking for possible ganks here. Vulcan gonna hook on, and Santorin gonna back him up. Then C9's gonna back off. They're gonna say, "All right, don't want any of that smoke." Oh, never
And
mind.
Blabber, 2 camps ahead, is an entire level ahead of Santorin. Oh, but they're going aggro onto him.
Blabber having to blow the flash, throws out the axe. A lot of damage going on to him. He's going to throw out
Dredge
another.
line coming out. Oh, and that's a flash art ignore.
Oh, man. Oh, Santorin going to jump back in. Jump back out. Niski going really low. Two
Well, that's a
TPs
set
going out.
TP.
Blabber going to get taken down by Solo here. Lots of flashes
Oh,
blown. Lots of people leaving. Solo's
lots
going
of
to
low
try to
health
get at
cards
this.
on the Flyquest side.
Going to
Oh,
try to clean up.
they
Solo's going to
cannot
go down.
get that solo kill. Oh,
Oh,
disaster for Cloud9.
Wild Turtle able to pick up a double kill here, as the rest of Cloud9 is going to have to run away. Sven having to blow the flash there. And let's count here on the board here. All 5 of Cloud9 flashes are gone, and all 5 of Cloud9, no, of all 5 of Flyquest's flash. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. All 5 of Flyquest's flashes are also gone. That is 10 flashes total blown in this level 4 fight in the bottom side river. Not to mention both of the teleports here. Both of these teams came to play.
Yeah, and it looked like Blabber was like really surprised that the FlyQuest bot lane decided to contest, especially when the FlyQuest bot lane themselves was like a level behind the Cloud9 bot lane. But it looks like FlyQuest is like prepared to fight this beast of Cloud9, and they brought the TPs. They're ready to fight. They're ready to go in, and they look really comfortable right there. A lot of coordination out of FlyQuest, and kind of sloppy play out of Cloud9. I gotta say.
Yeah, not really sure what they want to do. It seems like one side was saying we should back off, and the other side was saying like, no, we can keep going and do this. A little bit of uncertainty there on the side of Cloud9. But I mean, it worked out for FlyQuest's favor, and now they're 1,000 gold up at 5 minutes in.
Yeah, which is not what you want to see, especially against a double scaling comp in the Corki and Ezreal.
And I mean, you mentioned the Corki. Oh, gonna take some damage here, but he's 2 levels up on the Niski right now, and also a full wave or two up as well.
But Blabber is not perturbed by that early loss, going straight for that dragon, picking it up. We can also see that although Licorice is behind on XP, he is still slightly ahead in CS. Took the Cull, thinking that probably not going to fight as much as Cloud9 wanted to in the early games, especially after early fight. Probably just going to be playing the farming game. Aphelios, keep in mind, is a very deadly late game ADC.
Right, right. And he's just going to be able to snowball. It's really a question of like, can we get there, right? We saw the power of what a snowball Corki can look like by Jizuke last game, and this Ezreal on Wild Turtle already has 2 kills. So it's going to be a question for Cloud9. Are you actually going to commit to this, playing back and staying safe play style? Because honestly, I don't see Cloud9 doing that. That's not what they're famous for. They're famous for being very coordinated and having very clean team fighting and team macro plays, right? So I'm hesitant to say that they're going to successfully like stay away and sort of like keep away.
And honestly, I don't know if they can because Jace aren't as hard scaling as like the set or the Corki in the late game for obvious reasons. And it looks like Blabber is pathing towards a warrior Olaf, the second one we're going to see tonight. And he's going to be really squishy. Like, I don't know if you saw Meteos last game, but he was getting blown up every fight by that Corki.
That's true. See some harassment going out from Blabber there. Onto Santorin. He is a level up. Oh, Santorin gonna walk in, leech some XP just to get the level 6. I like that. That was really smooth.
And I really like what Blabber did. He actually gave his second blue buff to Niski to allow him to catch up on XP and gold a little bit to Power of Evil, because that mid lane matchup is so crucial for Cloud9. If Corki is allowed to free roam and is going to be ahead of Niski the entire game, that is bad news for Cloud9.
And we see the set going to drop the ult onto the Jace here, and Santorin's going to back him up, and they're just going to body slam and put that Jace 6 feet under the ground, at least for 12 seconds. And that's going to be a kill up into the top lane. Not how you wanted to start. Niski going to put some damage out on the Power of Evil, who's going to go under turret. Blabber wanted to make something happen there, but not really able to do that, at least for the time being. He's just going to have to bide his time and wait. And
Yeah, and
right.
If I'm Cloud9, I'm just saying we should still make the same macro decisions, like be aggressive on these objectives, but maybe don't take as many fights. Definitely have to wait for like the first item timings on Cloud9. I think their comp might spike a little bit better in the mid game, and especially after such a disastrous early game, it's going to be more even on the playing field for the mid game fights. And I guess Cloud9 is just going to have to outplay them in order to catch.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna get a replay of this play. Solo gonna try to make something happen here. He's gonna bait him, right? He's gonna walk forward. Licorice knows what's up, but he's not able to get out of the I guess you could say the set
Face
hook.
breaker.
Yeah, face breaker. And he's just gonna get body slammed into the dirt and punched in the face.
Yeah, just a classic face breaker and a showstopper and a haymaker combo from set. Just bread and butter of that champion.
Gotta say, I really like that champ. I just, with all it's good to see champs that are like in their lore very complicated, right? Like Aurelion Soul, like a part of the galaxy and whatnot, and then you have this weird like British dude who like punches people,
Yeah. And it looks like Blabber C9 still looking just to be aggressive in their macro play, taking these winning lanes and trying to go as far as they can with. And he took the Rift Herald. Probably gonna look for a play on. I would expect the top or bot side to really pop that off, since I do not think Power of Evil will be dying early game unless Niski really just shuts him down.
Right, it's really going to be on to him to get that flank and rotate there. As you can see, Niski did catch up in farm. He's now actually ahead a little bit, maybe by. Or it should be if Power of Evil gets all of the CS here, which he now just did not. He'll be even. So Niski looking to be about 1 or 2 CS ahead. Yep, 2. All right, evened it up. Good for him. But the biggest difference that we see is in this jungle. Blabber 30 CS up onto Santorin there. Speak of the devil, and he shall arise. Blabber having to pop the ult there where Santorin goes onto him and not able to deal with the warrior Olaf. Blabber going to do so much damage. Niski's going to help him out here. And you see two Flyquest members appear, but also the bot lanes here trying to take out Niski. Niski's going to try to get some fruit. Not going to be able to quench the his health, I guess you could say. And Licorice is going to pick up a double. And there you have it, guys. Cloud9's back in the game.
Cloud9 just bit back hard. Flyquest, maybe feeling a little bit confident that you have the exhaust on that Karma, thinking that you can take that 2v1 against that Olaf, but that warrior Olaf right there, it's risky in the early game. A lot of damage, though.
Oh, my God. And so much damage going out onto Wild Turtle there. And he just gets completely tower dove and killed by the Sven and Vulcan bot lane. Look at that.
This is actually disastrous for Fly.
Oh, but we see that POV trying to make a play here. Doesn't have the package, but that damage, that burst out of the Corki is going to do so much, and Blabber's going to be taken down. They're going to try to get some damage on the Sven. Take him down. Really low health bars on the side of
Niski's here, though.
Niski's here. Come on, that's my mid laner on Fantasy. Please get some kills. Power of Evil's going to live with like 3 health.
If he's going to chase, he should feel comfortable here.
Able to pick up the kill. He's got the shoot. Forget it. Niski's going to try to run away here. Able to get the kill and back out successfully. And that's going to be a teleport blown by the recently slain Wild Turtle. Evening up the kill count 7-7. Cloud9 only ahead by 1,000 gold. Man, so much has happened so far in these 12 minutes. It has been an absolute bloodbath, this game.
Wow. Yeah, as I was saying, after that fight in the river...
Before you were so rudely interrupted.
It should have been...
Niski going in on Ignar there. Oh, come on. That's my Fantasy mid laner there. I think you could have gotten this, whatever.
He's 2-1-3, man, I hope you predicted LeBlanc.
I did not. I predicted the Veigar because that's what he played in the early
opener
split
last season. Yeah.
Yep. Thought they were gonna bring it back, but it's so hard to predict mid laners these days.
Yeah, you are right about that.
Yeah. So we see this replay here of Sven, Wild Turtle.
Sven. It's around 10 minutes, so Vulcan's feeling safe because he has the Hourglass to drop aggro, and they both have plenty of CC to lock down Wild Turtle.
And it's just a perfectly executed play there. We're going to speed up a little bit. All right, we're going to see this teleport coming in from the Corki here. C9 trying to figure out what to do. Got 2 people on the flank here. Power of Evil going to dash away, but also do burst down Blabber.
And that was really dangerous because if Vulcan landed that dredge line on a Power of Evil, he was getting blown up instantly. That's still a warrior Olaf. And as the fight goes on, it looks like Ignar was able to tag Sven with that binding, which is unfortunate since he had no sums up. Niski able to trade away distortions. Wild Turtle feeling good about this because, Niski doesn't have distortion up, but Niski's use of the clone to block all those heal shots was just magnificent. Bought him enough time to get that distortion back up, and it looks like Cloud9 might be going for another dive in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why not? It went so perfectly well last time, minus, the clap back. But hey, those TPs are down now. So if you want to go for this play, they can totally do it. There's no TPs on the side of Flyquest.
And the side lanes for Flyquest are just done. Like, Licorice is in full control of this top lane matchup. Solo can only really just, path defensively. Solo opting not for the Bork first item because he just cannot match Licorice right now. And I don't think Power of Evil can fight Niski, even with those Merc Treads on.
Yeah, and the bot lane's not doing much better here. I think they're going to report Sven and Vulcan for cyberbullying. They weren't even able to, walk up to the turret as Sven and Vulcan were taking it down. It's just you see the prowess of Cloud9 here. What was a 1,000 gold lead now is ballooned up into 4,000. And Licorice is just able to harass Solo so much. Niski coming in. Hey, Niski with the roam.
He has the Mimic up.
Gonna do some damage. Oh. Shield's gonna stop the damage.
Ignar coming out to help. Licorice looking for a QE. Oh, and
Oh,
Ignar's
look
gonna
at
body
that!
block it.
Damn, that's half of his health. Jeez.
What did I? It's a double lethality Graves right now.
Oh, you mean Jace?
And Jace. And on top of that, Jace is 1,000 gold ahead of Solo, which is crazy.
Crazy. And they're gonna pick up that top turret right there. 2 turrets on the side of Cloud9, and they're about to pick up this mid lane as well. Also,
Wild Turtle opting for the Iceborne Gauntlet, which is like maybe not the best idea given that Niski is not a chump this game. You know, Niski can still blow up Power Wild Turtle really easily.
I agree. Oh, Niski getting caught out by the Q from Santorin. But, he's able to ult and distort twice away. So he's good. As Flyquest is not able to capitalize on that Q. Now, if you're Flyquest, you're thinking to yourself, man, like, where did the good times go? We had this game going so well after that first fight, but as you can see,
For
this is what
real.
Cloud9's famous for. They fight their way back into the game.
And they're going to be tossing on the Rift Turtle mid lane, going for a
Hook
team
going
fight.
on to Ignar. Ignar just gets
gone.
complete. He's gone. He's dead. You said it perfectly. They're going to get some vision onto this dragon, and they see that, oh, we don't have it. As Cloud9's going to try to pick it up themselves. Power Beagle
PoE as
posturing.
package.
He does have the package. I think he's going to blow it now. Solo going to drop the ultimate. And
Showstopper
then get
Haymaker.
completely destroyed here. And Blabber's going to pick up that dragon. Power of Evil still able to go off here. The burst from Corki is not to be trifled with. And he's got the fancy feet. Has to blow the flash, but he dodged so much of Licorice's skill shots there. 3 for 2 for the side of Flyquest.
3 for 3, actually. Ignar died really early on.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. He just got completely destroyed there.
The Rift Turtle got 2 charges, taking the mid lane tier 1, and another charge on the inner turret. Oh, Licorice might be looking for another catch. Oh,
And Ignar, there's just nothing you can do.
Good
about
thing
that.
he has the exhaust. Oh, that's a flash. Oh, I think Licorice is dead here.
Oh,
Ignar
man,
just completely
overstayed.
outplayed him.
Ignar styled on the man. He waited for Licorice to blow his flash, and then he flashes on the other side of the blast cone, pops it, gets enough distance so that the rest of Flyquest can capitalize on this exposed Licorice. That was a really good play from Ignar.
And on the team fight before, really good job out of Power of Evil to like just stall that team fight out and be able to trade back 2 after what looked like disaster for Flyquest.
Right. Able to salvage something out of that as well. 4, 2, and 3 on the side of Corki here. He is about 30 CS up from this LeBlanc. And it kind of seems like, that's the hope for the game right now. As we see Licorice and Blabber trying to go in on the before mentioned Power of Evil. Power of Evil already dashed away, and he's just going to get brutally murdered by a crazy Axeman. Caster Curse. Yeah, I should just stop talking about the players, honestly. We should just put the feature. Look how quickly Ignar just gets destroyed here. Oh my goodness.
Just gone. I think like the most he contributed in that team fight was just being able to solo the Felios ult.
Yeah. It's he's a buy shield. It's a support. It is what it is. Let's look at this solo ult here on the side. That's what you want to be looking at here. Drops the ult. I think he's expecting Power of Evil to help him, but
yeah,
definitely
waiting for Power of Evil to drop the.
Yeah, I think that's what he was expecting. But he did get, to be fair to Power Evil, he did get a really good package off. Goes back in.
That is absolutely
Blabber,
true.
Dodges
that looked like
hook.
miscommunication out of C9. Vulcan and Licorice like seemed very disjointed there and helping Blabber. Let's not ignore that Cloud9 did secure the Drake. They're on Soul Point now. Infernal Soul Point, which is huge.
Especially for this team comp, right? Niski, this bursty LeBlanc, is just going to completely destroy Wild Turtle before he's able to dash out of there.
And Blabber if they're able to get navigate this Olaf a little bit better than Meteos last game, is able to itemize towards a Death Stance. Still going to be a monster. You do not want that guy chasing down your carries. Ignar's going to have to he has his work cut out for him for sure.
That is true, and look how the gold is. It's not as crazy as last game, but uh, so Power of Evil is 1,000 gold up on Niski right now,
But
but
Licorice is
Licorice,
2,000.
yeah, so that I mean I guess it evens out, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. Clearing out some vision here around the Baron. It's around that time, 20 minutes. And if you're Flyquest, you got two things on your mind. One, let's make sure they don't get this Baron. Two, we gotta prep for this Infernal Soul 1 minute from now. And it's possible, and nothing is done until it's done, right? EG or 100 Thieves were on Soul Point, and then they just lost a fight at the Dragon, and the entire game went downhill from there. So this is still FlyQuest's game to win, if they, so should make it.
Yeah, and it looks like, everyone knows the name of the game. The Soul's coming up in 45 seconds. Cloud9 does have control of the bottom side river. Flyquest has no vision.
That damage on the Ignar, dude. Having to instantly recall. He just walked back. He just got here.
Power of Evil does have TP on him, so it is safe to back right now for him. Grabbing a little bit of another Null Magic Mantle, looking for a Hex Shrinker probably, trying to not get one shot by Niski. But I mean, if I'm Flyquest, I'd be worried about Licorice and his lethality. That guy will shred you.
And I'm hesitant to say it because he hasn't missed yet. With
a TP from PoE and then a package straight through the ranks to Cloud9.
Yeah, I think
does not look as impactful.
Does not very impactful. You see so much damage going down the side of Cloud9. Aphelios gets the ult onto Lee Sin, and whereas Olaf and the rest of the team's able to burn down that set, and look at that, they've got the soul.
And it feels like after PoE's hero play, Cloud9 just won a team fight over a. That was complete outplay from Sven, tossing his turret down on the other side, getting a lot of damage down with his crits, then ulting over the wall, chunking down both Santorin, Power of Evil, and Solo, and being able to snipe out Santorin at the beginning of that meant Dragon, and looks like Baron.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get the Baron. We're going to see if Flyquest is able to do anything about it. They are not. And what seemed like the last glimmer ray of hope for this team has been quickly snuffed out.
And that is a 6k gold lead for Cloud9, which is actually behind par with what they set as the standard last split.
Yeah, Cloud9 looking a little sloppy here in their first game back, but again, remember, Flyquest is no slouch. This is the second place team from last split. They are very good in their own right, and they definitely made Cloud9 work for it, work for this game and the state of the game that it's in right now. That being said, it is a 23-minute Baron, with Elder coming up in less than 5 minutes. Already have the Infernal Drake, and also, I mean, I guess what we got to talk about this game is just the jungle control, right? Blabber was just all over the map this game. He picked up every single drag, and he also picked up every single Rift Arrow as well.
Blabber being the reigning MVP, I would not expect anything less of him. Looks like Cloud9 are just waiting for Licorice to push up in the top lane. Oh, looks like Licorice is actually roaming down, but just sniping out these outer towers, not really looking for a siege against the main base of Flyquest quite yet. Niski just catching waves. Flyquest can still piggyback off of PoE. That Corki is very deadly, as we saw in the last game.
Right. Does have the Miramana. And I mean, the Ezreal's got 2 items completed as well. There are ways that Flyquest can get back into this, but we see Cloud9 doing the standard 1-1-3, or we see the 3 members from bot lane going to the mid lane now. See if they can make something happen. Licorice is going to pick up that top tier turret, tier 2 turret. I see some Flyquest members coming over. They sense this is where the push is going to come from. Baron's still up for 1 minute, and they're just going to have to deal with Licorice pelting them with Jace poke.
Power of Evil does have his own poke to throw back at them, but does not look like any of it is connecting.
Yeah, it really seems like we see a disparity of poke here. You have the poke, but it's just not landing.
Ooh, that was a good true shot barrage out of Wild Turtle, but all 3 lanes for FlyQuest are being pushed into their base. No one can catch that bot wave, which I'm sure those carries would. Power Beetle is forced to match Niski because Niski will blow up anyone else besides
Vulcan
him.
going in, gonna hook onto onto Solo. He's gonna have the shield to save him, but he does not have a shield to save that turret. Sven gonna get a lot of damage
Mid
onto
lane
both
turret
the
down.
turret, a mid lane turret down as well as they were all distracted. Niski was able to pick that up, have an exposed inhib and a destroyed inhib in the top lane. And C9, this is what they do to you. They pick you apart and they're able to do so many different things at once, and they work so well together. It really, highlights the fact that this is a team game and there's not going to be one carry. And like how we were talking about at the beginning of this game, there isn't one carry for Cloud9. It is a team effort here, and all of the players are doing their part.
I also just realized that actually no, I'm not going to caster curse any of the Cloud9 players. I am just.
Oh, do it! Come on, it'll make it more
know.
interesting. They're 9K up. Come on.
I just don't want to spoil it for my babies. I just can't.
Well, I appreciate it, given that I have Niski as my mid lane.
Yeah, Niski's doing great right now. He's just 2-2-8, 203 CS, dominating the mid lane.
The mid lane. You better stop right now, all right? And I expect only dominating from here to continue, all right? And now we're just catching waves.
Commemorate the specific Cloud9 player I'm talking about right now, if you can guess it.
If I can guess it, I think you were going to talk about Blabber.
You're incorrect. You only get one guess. Sorry.
What? I didn't even get a hint. There was 4 players.
What do you want me to hint?
Give me a hint. Well, what were you going to talk about? What was the talking point?
I was just going to talk about how I predicted their champion correctly, and I am now getting double points for their outstanding performance.
Oh, was it Aphelios? Was it Sven?
I can either confirm or deny.
You can confirm or deny. That's exactly what you promised to do.
Okay, yeah, it's Sven.
I knew it wasn't a Jace top. I know you didn't predict that.
I don't know if Blabber, Vulcan, they're not that hard to predict.
No, I'm hereby gonna be predicting Nautilus every single week now. And that's just the support meta that we're in. Especially if Enchanter mids are the thing. Niski gonna throw in some damage on a Santorin. It's a damage check. See how much he's got.
Yeah, and Cloud9's just stalling for these big objectives. Elder in 20 seconds here, Baron in less than a minute. Flyquest really has to decide which one they're going to contest and if they're going to trade or not.
If you had to choose between, honestly, can they even it feels like Cloud9's going to kill this Drake as soon as it spawns, and then they're going to kill the Baron as soon as it spawns, and there's really nothing Flyquest can do about it.
I don't know. PoE can TP in with the package. Looks like he's doing it right now.
But it's too late.
Cloud9 is shredding this.
They're just completely done with it. Solo's going to get absolutely obliterated, and the package is going to be used to get Power of Evil safely away.
And Cloud9 is not interested in fighting this out, not interested in taking that risk. They're just going to march straight towards Baron. They want to secure this win. Don't want any more funny business.
No more funny business. 11K up here, as we see. They're just clearing out the whole jungle, and they're going to get the Baron as well. And that's the crazy thing about Sven and this Aphelios. You know it as well as I do. Aphelios shreds Barons.
And just rinse and repeat for Cloud9, reset, and then march down that bot lane, put someone mid lane to guide those waves in as the supers push up top lane. And, there's not much Flyquest can do at this point. You don't really have a particularly tanky top laner to, spy your carry's time.
Mm-hmm.
And PoE or Wild Turtle, I can't see their items right now, but I don't think they're on those third items yet. And that's, really crucial, especially Death's Dance, something that keeps ADCs alive for so long in fights.
Right. Now, if you were to award, assuming Cloud9, I'm not saying they are going to win, but assuming they win, who do you give the MVP to?
I have to give it to Blabber. He really, after such a disastrous early fight, he just, brought it all back just like that for Cloud9.
Mm-hmm. It's really incredible to see a young player reset after, an initial fight that wasn't good.
And Solo behind?
Trying to get the flank off. This might be Flyquest's last hope. I'm saying it right here. If they lose this fight, this game is over as all the inhibs are down. And Santorin just gets absolutely destroyed. Solo on the back line, gonna ult onto Licorice, who then flashes away.
Oh,
And
but
then we
all
see
hope is
Blabber is just
lost.
all hope is lost. Blabber's just gonna run them all down, and
Oh,
they're just going
Sven, do not die, please.
for fantasy purposes. It seems like you've got a personal stake in this.
And
Nisqy gonna jump
honestly,
into the Nexus.
that was
Whew.
that was kind of underwhelming out of Cloud9. You know, like Sven's almost getting 100 KDA last split to die in the first. It's just unacceptable.
Unacceptable. It looks, it's like just how Nisqy described it in his interview with Travis Gafford. He was saying we still think we're head above everybody else, but they're getting there. They're not there yet, but they're getting there. And we see that with Flyquest. Like it wasn't a complete stomp. There were signs of life there. That early game was good out of Flyquest for the first 3 minutes.
Honestly, I think Cloud9 were just playing with their food early. You know, they were just like testing the waters to see how FlyQuest had developed over the offseason. And once they saw and thought this is all you got, Blabber just went into that 1v2 and just turned that game around in an instant.
I definitely think that's where the coffin was beginning to be formed right there at that 2v1 from 1v2 from the Blabber. All right, I have to start calling him the Blabber at this point, just how crazy he is. All right, and that's gonna wrap it up for us here at the caster booth that we are in. Right, some great games coming out of these teams so far, and I'm excited to show up tomorrow and see the rest of them. And that'll be all for us tonight. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. If you like this VOD or this cast, make sure to check out the other ones. I'll be uploading them as quickly as I possibly can. And yeah. All right. See you guys later.